All right, so welcome back to my block. Literally, my block. This is No Contingencies, our podcast where we kind of take the gloves off and just talk about everything in the world of real estate and Miami. So I want to welcome you guys to my home office. Little Wayne's World vibe going on here.
I love it.
Right?
Party
So
time.
good, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Good change of pace from our last little scene.
you know, we're having office issues at Compass. We are sharing offices now, so we're a little too tight. So we brought it over here, and we'll see if we can create the same magic
For sure.
that we're used to. So I guess the first things first is we'll just talk about the real estate market, all right? Well, first off, the Miami Heat. Am I right?
Yo, fuck yeah. Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, bro. This guy is insane. He's on a different world.
I mean, you and I were on a text that included Amy. She was sleeping.
What else is new?
And I was very vocal about me saying that Jimmy Butler is the #1 playoff performer in Heat history.
I can't do that. Dwayne Wade is like the hero.
I understand that, but Jimmy Butler in less amount of games is making a statement.
Agreed.
All right?
Let's
I
hope
agree
they're
with
not
that.
And I
listening.
wasn't a Jimmy Butler fan when they got him, and I'm like...
When they signed him, I get it. I wasn't either. I didn't know enough about him, to be honest. I never paid attention to his game. It's like he was always like the defensive guy. He wasn't scoring points. And now, bro, 56 the other night. What did he have last night at the end of the day?
42.
42.
I told Jared, he just woke up.
Yeah.
He just woke up.
Playoff Jimmy's real.
Yeah, he woke up.
Playoff Jimmy's real.
And I'm pretty excited about Knicks Heat. Brings me back to my childhood memories.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody today. I was at the Allen Houston game where it bounced like 3 times on the rim.
I was there too.
I was there, dude.
I was not.
That was like one of my first memories of you. You weren't there?
It's my first heartbreak. That was one of my first heartbreaks in sports. That and a Pete Stoyanovich missed field goal that moved the Chargers. And then the Chargers ended up going to the Super Bowl that year in Miami.
Laces were in, I heard.
Yeah, Lakers were in. Okay, let's talk some real estate.
Yes.
All right. So you guys tell me about where you're seeing the market. All the news is sales volume is down.
Yep.
We're seeing a lot less sales.
Right.
But like by a lot, like 40%.
I think it's 40% over year.
Yep.
Prices still going up.
Yeah.
Okay, so people read the headlines, sales are down, and they don't realize that at the same time, prices are going up. So what are you running into with your people who are sitting there waiting to like not pull the trigger?
I think the people that are waiting are making a mistake, to be honest. I think it's still a good time to buy. If you have the means and you find a property that you like and that's not complete, you know what, right now, because we were seeing a little growth in inventory, but at the same time, it's overpriced and it's quite frankly dog shit.
It's dog shit.
It's a lot of dog shit, but there's just, I think at least from what I'm hearing, and you let me know if you agree, but what I'm hearing is there's just too many unknowns for people right now, and I think that's really been making it difficult for all of us. I mean, realtors, buyers, sellers, there's so many unknowns.
Yeah.
And for me, I think what you said is absolutely accurate. If you can find the property, you should make a move on it because that just takes the guesswork out for now, right? We know what interest rates are going to be. We know that there's a pretty limited inventory, so if you do find something, you got to make a move. The other pieces, like we've been talking about, like the insurance problems, the refinancing, all those pieces, that can change on the back end, but like if you find the house,
Pull the trigger.
buy the house.
Well, the way Refkin had said it on CNBC that buyers are coming to terms with 6% financing.
Right.
I think that's legitimately true.
Yeah,
We're not even hearing that conversation that much anymore.
No.
That's not what's coming up. What's coming up is, oh my God, $1.5 million, $2 million for that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing the problem. It's just the prices and what's available. The market has moved to the prices being what they are.
Yeah.
But the inventory that's available at the current prices,
really limited.
We joke all the time, the $1 and $2 million houses from 2019 of my buyers that were looking for that 1 to 2 range are now all like, we have to go to 4.
That's
It's
our-
like
it's our
like
bottom.
that's like the market of where like
Yeah.
something that you expect to be really nice, something that you can move into, you don't have to put a lot of work, is paying $4 million minimum right now. And that, again, it just shows the crazy value that has blown up. So we were talking about inventories up, but the overall sales are down 40%. But what's happening with values? They've already grown almost 6%, I think, this year.
Continue
alone.
to increase.
Yeah.
I mean, because the people who have not bought in the last year, 2 years, 3 years have missed out on the most historic time to be a homeowner in Miami.
Yeah.
Ever.
So you lose every time that you sit there with fear of not investing in real estate.
Yep.
So all the people who are worried about what's happening in the stock market or their investments, they usually turn away from that and pump it right into real estate.
Right.
Sure.
Because it's the most solid investment. We know that. I mean, we're like broken records with our
of
clients.
course.
But I mean, for me, it's incredible to see very smart people like doctors and lawyers who are clients of ours who they just can't bring themselves to do it. And
It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better.
They're as intelligent as you can imagine, and they're just not saying the numbers. Like, I mean, we study this all the time, but there's always someone who thinks they know more than we do.
Of course.
I also think that the national narrative, the housing market is crashing.
But it's kind of crashing everywhere else.
No,
it's just
right.
Miami.
But it's not even that it's crashing. It's just like their bubble
Not
burst.
crashing, right,
You know, their
right,
bubble
right.
burst.
And
It's
they're
not
going back to a more normal
They're going back
time.
to a normal time.
Yeah.
But Miami is literally like the only city and district that is actually seeing this exponential growth still. After what happened in COVID, and we know what happened. I mean, we doubled in prices basically, you know?
I mean, what people are just coming to realize is what we've always known, which is the value of Miami, which other people from other cities are now coming in droves to have, is obviously we're close to everything. We have amazing weather. You can drive, literally drive to the airport in 20 minutes from almost anywhere.
Even though
You can have a global company here for a lot less money.
Yeah.
You can also pay tiny taxes.
Right.
So, for everybody that lives here, I'm so happy for the people that bought their homes already. And for those that continue to hem and haw, they'll always continue to hem and haw.
It's true.
Of course.
You know, we can't change their minds. All we can do is give the information. But what I really, really strongly feel is that the people who we convinced to buy at a time which was really uncertain, like in 2020, those people are sitting real pretty right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know, so sometimes you just gotta listen to your realtor.
Yeah. We might know what we're talking about every once in a while.
Sometimes.
Well, we'll leave it at that, and then I'll just keep it going. So, Variety wrote an article, a very nice article, about Coconut Grove neighborhood is become the #1 real estate hotspot. But I think we kind of saw it all happening because it's our backyard.
Yep.
I feel like Miami Beach and Coconut Grove were ground zero for pandemic appreciation.
True.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
True.
You know, and then for most part in the Grove, it's just that there's just not enough homes.
Yeah. Well, the thing with the Grove is I think it's one of the most walkable cities of Miami, right? And I think that's what drew, especially the New Yorkers and the people from Chicago, and even you call the people in California who are all outdoorsy. Coconut Grove is like the perfect mix of everything. You know, it has a bustling city center, like Coco Walk has had a renaissance completely. We're seeing Michelin star restaurants all over the place kind of pop up. And you're seeing, big companies move into the buildings at the related building and everything.
Yeah.
So we're seeing such an amazing focus on this place, and it shows that what Coconut Grove has to offer, this cute little quaint little town, is actually amazing for families. It's amazing for young couples. It's perfect for a lot of people, and it checks a lot of boxes.
It checks a lot of boxes on so many different ways. First off, you talked about walkability.
Yeah.
So the gated communities, all the way, even here in Sunrise Harbor, all the way to the cloisters.
Sure.
To be behind the gate, walkable into town.
Yep.
I mean, Gables Estates doesn't give you that.
Oh, no.
Coco Plum barely gives you that, but these other neighborhoods.
Coco Plum, you're right on the verge. You're
you're right on the verge.
You can't walk anywhere from Coco Plum.
Yeah,
You're not
I know,
going
but you're on at least you're on the trail.
It's pretty though.
You're on the Commodore Trail. It's right there. You just get on and you go. It's not as close, obviously, as the moorings. I think the moorings is the perfect gated community for a lot of these people that we're seeing move here.
Sure.
It's in a great location. You can get to South Miami in 2 minutes. You're in Coconut Grove in 2 minutes, and you're at Lejeune, so you can just you shoot over across, and you're at the airport in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So I think that's also the centrality of Coconut Grove. You want to be on Miami Beach in 20 minutes? Cool. You want to go to the Key Biscayne? Cool. You want to go to South Miami? You want to go to Pinecrest? Cool.
You're right there.
You're right there.
And one of the things that Riley mentioned in his talk, and we'll talk a little bit more about his real estate talk, was also condo sales. Oh my gosh.
I know.
The value of condos in Coconut
Wow.
Grove, because a lot of these people, these northerners, they're used to raising their kids in condos.
right.
So all they're moving to is a newer, bigger condo with a water view.
Of course.
Much
know?
better view.
Right. Exactly. But that's the cool thing about it, though. You're living in a brownstone in New York in Tribeca, and you're paying, $1,700 a square foot. And you come here, and you're like, oh, I can have a 4,000 square foot apartment, and I can pay $1,100, $1,200 a square foot.
Sure.
No brainer.
And your quality of life just became year round.
Right.
Right. And then I think what a lot of people neglect to mention, which I think is really important, especially in this sort of surge of Coconut Grove sales, is that our schools, public and private, are so good. And I think that's been a huge draw for these families that are coming from, the Northeast and from Chicago and all these places, is that you can continue to have your business lifestyle here and your fun lifestyle here, and also your kids, whether or not you want to send them to public or private school, have options. And I think that's been a huge piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, I agree. So getting into that, Riley's real estate talk. First off, holy crap.
I couldn't even get a seat in it.
You would think he was giving away houses. Crazy. I mean, that was the first real estate talk that I couldn't make it into the room. So
Yeah.
I haven't really even heard the talk. I talked to him a little bit, and I was going over the numbers.
Sure.
And I don't know what you guys picked up from it, because I know it was a crazy night for all of us.
I was there, but I wasn't.
No one
so.
got a seat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
So Riley, forever, these real estate talks would talk about how the $1 million market, under $1 million, is diminishing. And you saw it in West Grove. It was like this property values, crazy. You've never seen growth in any neighborhood like you saw in West Grove in the townhouse market. But now in general with Coconut Grove, there's nothing under $1 million.
Yeah, it's
Insane.
wild.
There's nothing. And then so that market that was under 1 million, they're not even in the middle of 1 to 2 million. They're in the 2 to 3 million. Like you were talking about upgrading your clients. It's not about upgrading. It's that there's no choice. You can't find it.
That's your starter house now.
Can't. But what's so interesting about that is that your buying power probably got sliced in half.
Yeah.
That's what's so crazy to me.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
like if you waited, all of a sudden the house you were going to buy before is now a $4 million house.
Right. And the interest rates went up. Imagine if you had it, buying it at 2% is so much easier than buying it at 6%, even if with the prices going up.
Yeah, but most of the people, I mean, in our world, are probably paying cash for these properties.
Yeah.
And, you know, it just goes to show you when the right one comes on the market,
You got to
Gotta
do
go.
it.
pounce.
You got to
Gotta
pounce.
move.
You got to pounce on it. And then another thing that I thought was interesting was the
Bunch of
price per
realtors.
square foot for land. The price per square foot for land, I mean, it's gone up like almost 150%.
What is it actually?
This quarter, which it probably wasn't many sales, was 252.
Jesus.
252. In 2022, last year, was 186.
That's
Dude, that's wild.
That's
That's
crazy.
insane.
But that's strict supply and demand.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no...
We have nothing.
There's no land.
Yeah.
We have nothing left.
There's no land. So that was another thing to me. And then, you know, the townhouse market continues to just go up every single year.
We were talking about that on the way here. I mean,
the
it's
car.
just like what you can get. Like we're talking about listing something. It's at like a 3.2, and you can get 1.8 for it in 2 seconds.
It's just there isn't anything.
Well,
Yeah.
first off, both of you reset the townhouse market, first off. Okay, so
Cheetah.
thanks to you guys, that's happened. But yeah, no, I mean, we're at $667 a foot this quarter for a townhouse. That's still value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part about it.
That's
That's still
upside.
value.
I know.
That's
Your
upside.
entry point into Coconut Grove, if you're not going to get a condo, it's going to be a townhouse, and you're going to pay almost $700 a foot.
$700 a foot.
Or you could just live in a townhouse forever.
And then going
Right.
back to the condo sale, so your average price per square foot is almost $1,100.
Yeah.
And your sale price to list ratio is 95%, and you're on the market 75 days.
Yeah.
That's healthy.
Yeah.
That is.
That's real healthy.
That's real nice.
That's healthy. So I mean,
Yeah.
those were my biggest takeaways from Riley's real estate talk. He's gonna do more of those. I think we're just gonna continue to see the growth in Coconut Grove. You know, it just goes back to supply and demand. Just not enough houses.
But that's what I was gonna say. We're going to see the volume of transactions drop drastically. Like we have to. Once these buildings are built and they're all sold out, like where are you gonna go? There's not gonna be enough turnover, right? You're gonna start seeing these old Spanish villa townhouses get torn down and new white boxes being built.
Let's not get all doomsday here. We'll
I'm
just
not,
have to
but I'm
wait.
just saying.
I
I'm
just
being
think
realistic.
we're seeing we're stabilizing. I think the market's
Yeah.
gonna just stay. At some point, new inventory is gonna come online, at least with the condos.
Yeah.
We know that. I think that's gonna find a more of a balance. Single family homes might take a while because
Yeah.
we still have workforce that is due to come.
Yep.
Ken Griffin still hasn't built his building where
Yep.
he's bringing his entire workworce.
It's
to
1,000
Miami.
people.
They're all gonna have to move to Miami.
I heard it was like
Gardens.
4,000.
Yeah, it might be, but
I mean,
It's gonna be Miami Gardens, Hialeah,
yeah, Doral.
Doral. That's all that's left.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you gotta go west or north.
Yep.
all right. So before we get into all the other things, I sent you guys this article. I thought it was awesome, and it was the biggest misconception about luxury markets. And in it, Leonard Steinberg from Compass in New York, he wrote that unlike real estate, those who make luxury goods view all price points within their stable as luxury. They are luxury brands,
Yep.
period. So you're a luxury brand. So even luxury brands sell homes that would not be, they sell products that might not be perceived as luxury.
Right.
They're in a certain price point, but it's still a luxurious brand. It's how you showcase what you're about,
Yeah.
the quality of the product.
Yeah.
And I think that within this article, it speaks to a lot of people in our industry about, you know, you never know if that renter one day is going to buy a $20 million home.
That's right.
And you treat all of your customers
That's
as
the
part
goal.
of your stable of luxury products.
That's right.
Whether they're buying a house under $500,000 or they're buying a $20 million home. And
mean,
I know,
Amy,
I know
think
you
Amy
guys
said
are all
it.
about this, so that's why I just wanted to bring it up because
It's like our manifesto.
Yeah, it's like my love language.
Yeah.
What you're saying means so much to me, and that Leonard Steinberg putting that out in the universe just felt like he was talking to me or to you,
Yeah.
and to you, Koki. I mean, the way we look at real estate, and I think this is really, for me, it's a key point, is that sure, do we sell luxury homes? We do.
Yeah.
But we have plenty of clients that are buying, $275,000 condos.
Yep.
And the truth is that we are giving them the best possible experience that we have available. It doesn't matter if you're buying a house on Fisher Island or if you're buying a house like a 1-bedroom condo on Miami Beach. Does not make the difference. You still get the same authenticity.
I
You
agree.
still get the same product.
I mean, that's what we try to sell, right? We try to sell ourselves, and we're very super authentic. We're not trying to do
All of us.
That's what I'm saying. All of us in this room, and a lot of people on our team are the same way.
I think our team, and moreover our brokerage. I think this is
Agreed.
coming from a guy who is at the top of the luxury field in one of the top luxury markets. So for him to communicate that, it comes from top to the bottom.
Yep.
And I think pretty much everyone at Compass, and for sure our team, we treat our customers that way. Like, I had a listing for $500,000, and that sale means a lot to the people who are selling it as they move on to their next, chapter in life, and they should be treated the same way as a $5 million seller.
What's up, Gary? I completely agree, and I think one of the things I took away from that article was that it doesn't matter what price point you're at; it's a luxury to own a house.
That's the
point.
That was
That's the whole
something that
point.
really connected with me, because it's
That you
it doesn't
own it.
matter what it is; it's a luxury to be able to own a house. And so we have to make sure that everybody at every price point realizes, hey, we're helping you get that luxury.
Biggest purchase of your life.
Yeah, exactly.
Amen.
No matter the
brother.
price point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we all agree on that. So moving along, so we had some crazy floods 3 weeks ago. It was 3 full days of nonstop rain, and now with hurricane season a month away, the insurance companies, the flooding. I'm just wondering if there's conversations you're having with your people, or or as homeowners. How do you feel? I live in a flood zone. In this neighborhood, only 50 homes in this neighborhood are not in flood zones.
Yeah.
So you're paying almost $1,000 a month in flood insurance, and that's if you can get it.
I'm freaked out.
Yeah.
I'm
too.
totally freaked out.
As a homeowner, you know how hard it is to get insurance? If you, especially in Miami, and you live in a pre-1970s home,
Yeah.
it's impossible. My insurance company is we're gonna drop you, but you have to have a new 4-point inspection. Your house was redone 20 years ago. So you gotta have a full 4-point inspection to make sure that everything is okay. And me knowing my house, I need a new roof, and I have to fix some cast iron plumbing before they come. And I have basically until June, or they're gonna drop my insurance.
You want to hear something scarier?
Yeah.
So I live in a 2022 construction, so a new house, and my insurance rate just went up 70% year over year.
What?
Year over year, 70%. Because there's no market for insurance.
But even for your home?
That is what I'm telling
That's
you.
what's
This
wild.
is what scares me, is that my exterior insurance went up 70%. I mean, we're going to shop that, but
Yeah,
still,
of course. Yeah, but still.
the policy that I have just went up 70%. So what does that mean for people who live in older homes,
Yeah.
and live in flood zones and don't have the proper windows? Are they going to get insurance? No.
No.
But is it our job to call all of our clients and say, hey, look, when you bought the home, you hadn't had your windows done. Did you get them done? Have you fixed your roof? I mean, these are,
Yeah. I mean, how much do we babysit our clients after they buy their house? That's the thing. It's as a homeowner, you take on a certain set of responsibilities that, certainly it would be a nice gesture to do something like that, but what is the line where you're holding your buyer's hand throughout their homeownership?
If I told every single real estate agent that 50% of those calls that you make to check on people's homes ended up with a listing, saying,
that's
you know what, I got a
Boom!
new construction.
Yeah.
I want to sell my house, then everyone would call every
Yeah.
single one of their
Boom.
clients.
Oh, I'll call in 2 seconds. Are you kidding?
That's starting right now, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna become an insurance
Starting
broker
right
too.
now.
I don't know, man. It's a scary world,
But yeah, hurricane season's coming. It's
Anyway,
rainy
we're all,
season.
we're all fucking scared. Okay?
Yeah, I think, and I know it's affecting some of your buyers and sellers.
Well, I've already lost deals to this, so yes.
So the reason why that kind of comes up is because now, Florida has a bill that's going to open the door to demolishing, iconic, historic buildings that are in coastal flood zones.
I have such mixed emotions.
I have zero mixed emotions. I think
Yeah, I already know Cookie's
fucking
I know Cookie
bullshit.
State.
Yeah,
I
it is
mean,
bullshit.
we're gonna lose Key West. We're gonna lose South Beach. We're
Yeah.
gonna lose St. Augustine. We're gonna lose all of these historic towns
Yeah.
because of the flooding and insurance. But this is all been going on for years. It's developer play.
We talk about it. Yeah, we've talked about this before on the podcast.
Well,
It's a real estate play.
This is an old story, guys.
Yeah.
This is just, politicians and developer pockets and vice versa. This is not a new story. I get it. I get it. I know you're upset.
Wait for her to finish.
I'm also upset because I love these old historic buildings as much as you do, arguably just as much. But I do have to say that some of that's gonna fall down eventually. It's gonna fall down. If we don't do something proactive, and I'm not suggesting that we tear it all down and put up a 90-story skyscraper, but if we don't do something to be preventative, then they're gonna come
But
down.
that's the point. The DeVille gets demolished because no one kept it up. So if we don't have things in place, then they're gonna deem everything needs to be condemned because it's not safe structure, and we got to get rid of it. And then
Who's gonna pay for it?
I mean, I don't know, but I mean,
Well, the developers are.
The
At the
developers,
end of the day, they're paying for the land, right? They don't
but
give a
with
shit
this
about
bill,
the building.
now all of a sudden it doesn't even have to go through a preservation board.
Yeah.
They could just get rid of it.
I
So
know.
imagine now those awesome little postcards that you buy in the airport of iconic Ocean Drive. Welcome to Miami Beach.
Yeah.
Those are all gone. Now it's gonna be condos.
Yeah.
A related condo, a Terra Group condo, a desert condo.
I hear you. I hate the idea of it.
Give me a break.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
I mean, it's gonna be like Dubai.
Yeah, why would you do that? Taking it away.
I don't know, man. I find it to be deplorable. I'm really like blown away by it. So,
Speaking of developers,
which one?
oh, King Griffin.
Oh, so Ken Griffin. So I thought this was funny because he was just speaking to Miami-Dade
going
College.
down
He did
now.
their
You have to get
commencement
down.
speech,
Yeah.
and he donated $20 million.
I know, wasn't that amazing?
I thought that was awesome.
I thought that was so nice.
Did you know that about a week or two ago, he donated $300 million
$1 million
to
to Harvard.
To Harvard.
and he got mad pushback.
Yeah.
Mad pushback.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like, I mean, is this like
gesture.
Like, I mean, because from Harvard to Miami-Dade College, I
Yeah,
mean,
a little
it kinda-
PR a little
it
PR play.
Sticks the middle finger to all the people who said he had a problem, because Harvard doesn't need the money.
I know.
He wanted his name on a building.
Yeah. Listen, he just did the same thing with a private school down here. He's trying to buy seats at a place, right?
These are major rich people problems, which,
Yeah.
He did donate some money to be able to build soccer fields in preparation for the World Cup. Now, here's something I did not know. Did you know that he's from South Florida? I had no
didn't.
idea.
I read that in
did.
an article.
I
No
did.
idea.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't know that either.
It's from Boynton Beach.
Yeah.
He's
Daytona
only
Beach.
51 or
Daytona. It's
something.
Daytona.
Daytona Beach.
He's so young.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
So rich.
So rich.
Good at
At
his job.
51, like that's like my contemporary.
He's good at his job.
All right, so a couple more things and then
I'm
we'll get
not
out of
51.
here. So Formula One is coming next weekend to Miami. Who's going?
I'm going.
You're gonna
I'm
go?
going.
Yeah, man, I'm going.
I'm
What?
going
I
as
got
long
invited.
as we could get tickets.
Yeah, I got invited, so I'm gonna go. I'm going on Saturday, so I'm going for qualifying.
Are you gonna be in the paddock?
Yeah, we're gonna like hang out. We're gonna do the real thing.
Are you gonna be like?
Where's
don't know.
Where is my invitation?
Well, I got invited from. I just had my 20-year high school reunion, and one of the guys asked me. He's like, "Hey, when you want to go on Saturday?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I got amazing tickets." I was like, "Yeah." But listen, I had so much fun last year. The only problem, the biggest problems, one, it's hotter than mother bleeper up there, and you're in the middle of the concrete jungle of the stadium. And then two, if you're ride sharing, good luck.
We walked last year, you and I,
Yeah.
like a mile and a half.
Yeah, at least.
In the heat.
Yeah,
It was terrible.
It was horrible.
I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm happy just to be here.
Here,
Yeah.
I would go if I got choppered in.
Yeah.
And I was legitimately like in a suite
Yeah.
because the best way to watch Formula One's on television.
Yeah.
Well, if that works for you, then I'm happy to accompany you.
Yes.
Okay.
My Saturday's ridiculous, by the way. F1, Derby, Heat game.
Yep.
Love it.
Well, what I love is that Carbone is returning their Carbone Beach.
That I'm
Yeah,
down for.
I like
I'm
that.
down for that.
Yeah.
It's like $3,000
I know.
a person, and it's
But
like
last
every
year they had
celebrity known
everyone.
to man. I mean, what Formula? So there, I heard a podcast last year, a guy who was talking about his experience at Formula One, and he wanted to give everyone an idea of how much money was there.
Yeah.
The people, the quality, the money, and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
the opulence. And he said, all of a sudden you saw LeBron James and Michael Jordan and Tom Brady,
Yeah.
and all the people from Formula One started saying, "Oh no." The poor people just got here.
Oh my
like
gosh.
that's how much money is there.
I think we talked about this last year, and it's just like wild to think about it. But think about how expensive these cars are, and
Yeah.
think about the money that's
Yeah.
just poured into the sport. So that type of sport, like, you can't even compare it to anything else. You know, you can't say golf is the same. You know, it's a rich person sport. No, F1 is a fucking rich person sport.
Dude, it's crazy. And now they're gonna have their first race in Las Vegas this year, towards the end of the year,
I know, on the strip.
on the strip.
What?
I think it's,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like a
Crazy.
nighttime race
Yeah,
on
it's
the strip.
supposed to be cool.
There's like $1 million packages with the hotels where they fly you in a private plane.
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
to sit Formula One.
Sure.
And, be next to Toto Wolff in the paddock. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Not my area of expertise, but I'm very interested. Like, I think I'm really going to pay attention this year to F1.
It's so much fun. You just gotta watch Drive to Survive. I'm telling you, it's a reality show with context and substance. I'm telling you.
I'm hearing a lot of this from people, like women and men alike, so I'll have to watch it.
You have to watch it. Bottom line,
I'll give it a
period.
chance. I'll give it a chance.
And all these drivers are like crazy characters. You know, they all have like a backstory. You're like,
Don't
oh
you
my
have
goodness.
to be?
And like, oh, I grew up in Monaco on a boat, you know? And it's just like, and
Well,
the
they
next thing I
all
know,
live in Monaco because of the taxes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, only because of the taxes, because the real estate there is super expensive.
Also,
Yeah.
Monaco, I'm sure, sucks.
Yeah.
So
I heard it's hot in the summer.
I've never been. I've always
Bad
wanted
news.
to go.
Yeah, I haven't either. I want to go.
I've always wanted to
All
go.
right, next trip.
Okay, so Miami, according to, I think it was Bon Appetit magazine, is the #1 food city in the country.
I love it. And dude, we all love food in this fucking room.
I'm
Hello.
I mean,
Hello.
I don't know what to say. It's incredible because there really is just so many options. There's
Yeah.
just, I mean, I wish there was a couple. Like, for me, all the bomb places are like in the design district and the beach, and I
Yeah.
wish they were more towards the Grove.
Yeah.
Not that I'm not happy with what's in the Grove, but
Maybe we're getting more than we had before.
I mean, it was terrible before for sure.
Yeah, it was
but-
awful.
Yeah.
It was like
It's much better now.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
You know what it is? I mean, you're,
No offense,
you're getting
but-
all these restaurateurs from New York come here because all their clients moved here. So now like half of New York lives here, so they all brought their ideas and all their money down here to open up restaurants, and that's what we're seeing.
I'm proud of Miami's palate. I think we've really come a long way, and I think we're taking baby steps
Yeah.
like every single day because you're right. All of our people from New York and from California are all here now, so we have to, we gotta keep up
You know what I want to see more of?
culinarily.
Yeah, I agree, and I think we're about to. I want to see more a little bit like of like the cool fast casual stuff. You know, like listen.
I don't.
Oh no! Oh,
You're
kidding?
speaking my language.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, because listen, I love going to like Boy a Day, and I love going to all these fancy restaurants. But one, I got to make a reservation a month in advance, or I either eat at 5:30 or I eat at 9:30.
Which is fine by me.
I know it's fine by you, but I have
5:30
two
dinner.
kids.
I'm a 5:30 dinner.
I know, and I get it. But when you go to, and you want to have a nice date night, you don't want to go at 5:30. You
I
want to
do.
go at like 7:30. Well, we all know you're asleep by 8 o'clock.
I'll go dinner at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Any day of the week. Be in bed by
We're
9.
all early birds here.
But my point is that I wish there was like,
Well, fast casual makes it less expensive.
yeah, it's
Because
not.
getting out, I mean, you leave the house to go to dinner, you probably don't pay. Your husband pays for you.
I mean, yeah, I don't pay.
Yeah. Natalie never
I
pays
mean,
for
not to be
dinner.
old school,
Yeah.
but
Natalie picked up the bill yesterday. We went to a restaurant.
I don't know what that
We
feels
didn't-
like.
We didn't have any drinks. We had Diet Cokes, and the bill was like $160, and I'm like, oh, that's really good.
So
Yeah.
And she was
affordable.
freaking out. I'm like, clearly you've never paid for dinner.
Yeah. You don't know what I pay on a normal basis.
Dude, that's like one person at Hillstone.
Yeah.
uh,
Well, we know.
All right, so
on a Tuesday at 12.
That's right. Let's go drop $200.
my restaurant review is going to be Eating House. I know it's not that new, but I had to bring it up because they were doing the seven dish tasting menu that's like a homage to a bunch of Miami restaurants. So they had La Camaronera, they had Sir Pizza, they had Arbetters, they had Abbracci, and they had
Joe's.
Shriver's, Joe's, and Nosbury Farms. It was incredible. It was awesome, man.
I'm so jealous.
It
But when you
delivered?
sent this to me like a month ago, I was like, oh, we gotta go.
I remember.
So when I saw it on your Instagram, I was like, fuck this guy, bro.
So it's funny because I was telling Natalie about it, and she's like, my girlfriend Natalie, she's like, why do you want to do that? We can do that at home. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's like, we could just do that at home. And it was just back and forth, back and forth.
What do you mean you can do that?
We can do it at home. She's like, we can
Like, what,
just
are you gonna
order
get
that
takeout
stuff
from
at
all the
home.
places?
I'm like, you think that Giorgio is
Yeah.
having everyone at Eating House so they could order the food? And she's like, oh shit. She's like,
Yeah.
oh my God. So she secretly made a
I
reservation.
love you, Dr. Sandra.
She made a reservation like by surprise. She surprised me. We went there. We had
that's so
dinner.
nice.
That's so cool.
And it was awesome. And I just love the effort.
Yeah.
You know, like the homage. It's
a cool idea.
It was
Creative.
It was awesome.
What was your favorite one?
My favorite one was the Shivers short rib.
Oh.
Awesome.
That
Yeah.
hot dog looked pretty special.
The hot dog was good.
Yeah.
What was the Joe's? I couldn't tell what the Joe's was on Instagram.
key lime pie.
Oh. Okay.
Wow. All
That
right.
was my least favorite thing.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just like the creativeness. I like the effort. I mean, I like Luca better because I just like Italian food better.
Yeah.
But at Eating House, what I like is that they always change it up. You can
Yeah.
always get
Yep.
something new.
That was one of
They
my
get
favorite things
real
about the original
creative.
one is they get creative, you know, and that's something that was they were probably like a trendsetter basically for Miami in that aspect of always kind of like changing the menu
Yeah.
and making sure that they had cool shit. They have the 420 stuff that was always popular.
It's still like the most popular.
It's the most popular day
yeah.
of the year for them, for sure. So Eating House will always have a special place. I still haven't been to the new spot, which I'm feel
you
pretty
gotta
bad
go.
about, but I'm going to go.
They have that tasting menu until May 8th, so you still have a week.
Oh. All
right.
But it's Tuesday to Thursday. It's like 2 or 3 days.
I'm okay with that, though.
Not gonna happen.
I can do it.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm going to have to do it.
So what is your new restaurant that you want to talk about before we close it out?
I'll just say that I went to an interesting experience at a private restaurant. I don't know if you guys know what I mean by that, but there are these.
Like ZZ's? Like a dinner club?
It's like a dinner club, but you have to be a member, and you pay like X amount of money to be a member, and then whoever the member is, basically entertains a group of 16 people, and it's kind of like, it's a little bit like Sushi by Scratch, but totally private. So I got invited to do this, and I brought some clients with me, and it was one of the more spectacular experiences. So the name of the restaurant is called Haiku. It's in Wynwood. And I don't know what their membership fees are, but I can tell you that we had a 9-course tasting menu, and it was paired with different wonderful wines, different sakes, it was so special. And everyone in that room we didn't know.
How many people in the room?
16.
So it's only your party in that room?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
crazy.
So it was incredible because everyone is sitting in like a square. And so the camaraderie and the conversation.
You had 16 people to invite to a dinner?
No, I only invited 3 people.
So who are the other 13?
They were invited by the member. I was invited by the member, and I was allowed to bring guests. So I brought 3 guests, and then the other people were guests of
So it could have been
the
less
member.
than 16.
I mean, it's
Depending
yours
on
to
what
rent.
you
You
invite.
pay the same,
Got it.
no
I
matter
see.
how many people eat there. But it was so beautifully curated, and the warmth and the service, and it was just it was so conducive to the most wonderful night of conversation. As a matter of fact, my client actually reached out to me today, and she said, "I just want to thank you again. That was probably one of the more memorable dinners of my life."
That sounds
Wow.
cool.
And I was like,
That's
well,
very cool.
maybe we should get a membership to this place. Although I don't think I could eat there again because I'm so full. So I'm still full from
You're
it.
still full from it.
Yeah.
Now, do you pay?
No.
That's
The member-
lovely.
The member pays. Yeah. So it was. It was all in. It was pretty darn great.
16 people.
That's a lot.
That's a big bill.
That's a lot, but I like that they're in a square. Because that's the thing I don't like about Scratch. Because if you're with a group, you're like going up and down the line trying to talk to the people. If you have just that one side, like when we went, and you're like struggling to talk to the people.
And the chef. So they do hot.
So the chef's in the middle?
The chef's on like, so if we're in the square.
Yeah.
The chef is like where everyone can see. He's like just in front of the square, so everyone can see. And then it's more like a U. So there's a runway. There's like
sure.
a runway down the middle. So you're getting you have access to everyone and everything.
That's cool.
That is cool.
That's very
I
cool.
like that seating.
Yeah.
Well, just try it.
Try it out. I'm staying on the fast casual train. I really enjoyed a Thai place that I found that I've never been to. It's called Malacor, and it's on Miracle Mile of all places. I know.
But the only Thai place I've ever known on Miracle Mile is Lotus Garden.
No, I'm telling you, this takes over Lotus Garden, no problem. This is like my favorite Thai place right now. It's the
No.
only place that we get takeout
Red
from
Koi,
for
remember
Thai.
Red Koi used to be there.
So
Oh,
good.
going
It's like
old school.
sushi also.
Old school, yeah.
You know how we found it? Core Gables' mom's chat that my wife is on.
Where all the information.
That's where all the information of Miami comes through. They were like, "Oh, have you tried this place, Malacor?" And we're like, "All right, let's go try it." We saw it, dude, fire, amazing takeout. The curry, incredible. The basil fried rice, awesome. One of the I forget exactly what it was. A duck dumpling was incredible. You know what it was? For one of those like little hole in the wall type of Thai places, the ingredients were so fresh.
That's great.
And that's when you know something's good. And I'm telling you, we probably went there a month ago for the first time. We've gone 3 times since. So Malacor on Miracle Mile,
Wow.
takeout.
It's your spot.
It's super easy. It's parking always is on the side. You can have like a little spot. You don't even have to go into Miracle Mile. It's great.
It's your taste of Athens.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if that works.
Thanks, Coral Gables' mom's chat.
Yeah, exactly.
Well done.
Yeah,
Coral
yeah.
Gables' mom
Hell yeah.
chat.
All right, well, with that, we'll wrap it up unless you guys got anything else.
I got nothing.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'll see you guys at the Kentucky Derby party.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
can't wait.
On May 6th, followed by Little Heat.
A little heat
action.
Knicks.
All right.
Can't wait.
Go Heat.
All right, well, thank you for passing by my block. Talk to you guys later. Peace.
Bye.